Oh, man. Ah, man, do we still know how to do this?
I don't know.
Year has started, and it's already halfway through before the idiots get their stuff together.
Dude, this is crazy.
I can't believe how quickly this year's already kickstarted and already got going. Oh, I got feedback, Frankie.
Hold on, that's
Look
me.
at this. That's why you know we don't know what we're doing. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
There's the feedback. Oh, there's our delay. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to any of our prior episodes, we always record a little extra because it's the delay.
Well, I can't get anything right from the beginning.
No. Frankie's like an old car. You gotta let it warm up a little bit, let it run, especially during these winter months when it's been 20 degrees outside.
All right, listen, man. I'm all jokes aside. Let me tell you, I was okay with the winter.
Yeah.
Till about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I mean, we had a very easy-going winter. Like, I mean, this thing it was 50-something degrees the other day.
Yeah.
It was glorious.
And then it dropped to like 27 the same night.
Yeah. And then we got hit with the storm.
What storm?
Remember the storm? Were you out power washing again? You probably didn't even know it was the storm.
Yeah, I was probably. Yo, they still laugh at me. Dude, they really still laugh at me.
You probably didn't know it was because you was power washing, but yeah, it was a storm that hit us the other day. Downpour. Almost hurricane-like. In fact, to the point that some of my siding of my house ripped off.
You listen. Your house,
but
that's a target of nature.
Oh yeah. Oh, everything wants to kill my house. That's why I gotta move.
Yeah.
Everything wants to destroy it.
That's
between cars crashing through my fence. Oh, So, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear some added interference on today's show, it's only because we're now using these new state-of-the-art wireless mics that are clipped onto our clothes. And because me and Frankie are both highly animated individuals, I could definitely foresee.
Yeah, we're gonna make a mess out of this.
There's gonna be a lot of rug and tug on these mics.
Don't I just smell.
Anyway, Frankie, I haven't seen you in a long time, Pa. So
because we haven't seen each other, let me give you a quick scoop of what's
Yes,
going on.
I was gonna say, let's recap. I haven't seen you since the holidays, right? It was right before the holidays.
Right before the holidays.
That's when we broke up. Go ahead.
How do I start this one?
Oh boy, here's the adventure.
Okay. So we had our last show.
Mm-hmm.
About a week and a half later, one of my daughters got COVID.
Oh no.
So
was it bad? Was it a severe case? Like was
it?
Very mild, like cough.
No, it was like sleeping almost all day.
Yeah, not eating, lack of appetite, sore throat.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, this is the holidays, the Christmas break, the holidays.
Yeah, of course. That's
sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a phone call. My mother-in-law got COVID.
Bam.
Because she was here.
Mm.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It was definitely picking up steam this holiday
yeah.
season. Thanksgiving was like a warm-up for COVID. It was like, all right, that's the warm-up.
Yep.
And then December came, and it was like, nah, it's game time now. Because Erica got, well, we thought she had it. She tested negative, but she had most of the symptoms of it. Like, she was really out of commission. She actually couldn't even come to my family's house to celebrate Christmas. She had to stay behind. Why does it sound like I'm in an alleyway now?
Now I don't hear you.
Oh, because...
Did you hit something?
No, I'm here. Oh, boy.
Did you unplug?
Nope. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this live. Give us a second to get our bearings.
Yeah, you muted it, I think.
You think so? Okay. How's that? Once again, I need it in my pocket. All right. How's that?
All right, we're going to start this show over.
No, we're gonna ride this out. Just ride the storm.
We're going to ride the storm. Hold on.
We're gonna ride the storm. All right, guys. We're gonna just keep this thing rolling.
Let's see.
Again, these are new mics.
Get up here.
Get up here. All right. These are new mics, and we're trying to do something special with the show. And these things are bound to happen, but it's okay. We'll make it work.
We'll figure it out.
But anyway, yeah. So like Frankie, like your situation, my wife was sick during the holidays, and she took a bunch of COVID tests because we like to be triple sure. They all came out negative, but we wanted to be safe because it's nothing worse than somebody coming to a party and they come sick.
Bro.
I hate that. I hate when people come to a party and they're sick. Because then now they just said, forget your life and your family's lives.
That's the rudest thing. I will tell you that it drives me insane. Are you on here?
I'm not on.
Yeah, you're on. Okay.
Am I on? Hello.
You're here.
Is it anybody?
Dude, I love the fact that we're so not prepared. So not prepared. Let's
You
hopefully.
know what? If you're enjoying your commute right now and you're in the middle of driving, this is some good fodder here to listen to us go through these audio issues as we try to get ourselves together. I think it's working now.
No, not yet.
Nope.
Stay on that mic. Unplug this.
Okay.
Stay on there for now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna continue recapping my holiday while Frankie
Tries to figure this out.
puts on his engineer IT hat. So my holiday was pretty good. I've gotten to that stage now. I have to say this is the one holiday where I feel like I did not spend a boatload of money, only because, and even though December, I've been telling you guys all year that December is my worst month. 2 kids, both of their birthdays are in December. Huge milestone year, especially for my daughter turning 18. Shout out to her. That's a big year. It's a big year. And then you got Christmas, and of course we do Christmas and Hanukkah. So it's usually a very debt-infused month for me. However, I managed to maneuver out of that because thankfully a lot of my family members, especially the older cousins and so forth, they're at a point now where I don't have to shop for them.
So you don't have to buy them gifts?
Yeah. So like I just give them cash, straight cash.
Not, okay,
I'm
so
now-
so what do you get for cash?
Yeah. So the cash now, it depends on how much you like the kid. It depends. Not everybody. It's not a flat rate for all the kids.
Okay, so now you're opening up a can of worms because I'm asking questions.
That's okay. I'm with it. Like,
Okay.
listen. Go ahead.
All right, so obviously there's one kid or two
Yeah.
that probably gets a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that's happening. That's happening.
That's besides your
There's favoritism, definitely for sure.
favoritism. So is your favoritism somebody that you see all the time, or is it just a kid that reminds you of you?
It's definitely a little bit of both.
Okay.
So it's one because I think I go by how well that kid is performing in life in general. And what I mean by that is like, are they staying out of trouble? Are they going to school? Are they, just doing their due diligence to be the best kind of person they can be and putting in that time? If they're doing those kind of things, they're going to get the extra money because I know it's going to a good place. It's almost like how when you go to a wedding, Frankie, and you say the gift is contingent upon my happiness at the wedding.
Bro, I don't close an envelope for nothing.
Frankie doesn't seal the envelope
Nope.
until the end of the wedding.
I have criteria.
So I have criteria too for who I want to gift. If I know you are going to basically take my money and use it to buy, let's just say, things that I'm not approving of, or even though it's your gift, you're free to do whatever you want with your money. But if it's not something I think that is progressive for you as one of my family members, I'm not going to just give it to you just for kicks and giggles. I'd rather apply my money to someone who I think is going to use that money to better themselves and to do what they need to do, or because I just generally like them more. Maybe they're just a better kid who just has respect.
I'll give to a kid that's like nasty,
Yeah.
like a bad kid, but he entertains me.
Oh wow. No.
But not really bad. Like I'm just saying, like
mischievous.
mischievous kid. I find that entertaining. If a boy's being a boy,
Yeah.
I'll give him a good gift.
Yeah.
But if a boy's being a bully, not doing that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but for me, it's so funny because I focus so much on the gift giving. I don't really think about what people could get for me. And this is probably the one year, me and my wife, we both came to an agreement because normally we spend a ton of money on each other, because we get caught up in that this is a special time of year. Even though we gift each other stuff all the time, we think that this is a special time of year. Got to go all out. But this is the one year where we said, you know what is something we both jointly want? And we started applying money to different things that we wanted in the house. And I felt like this was a much more productive Christmas for us. The money I felt like was applied in the best areas. And I'm pretty happy. And then not only that, financially, I'm nowhere near in the hole as I was before. And I got some great financial advice I'm going to open the pod up with today.
oh, dude, everybody needs. It's a new year.
New
tax
year,
season,
new start. Yes.
Tax season's coming.
And it's been a long time since I dropped some finance tips. So I wanted to share an exercise that I did with me and my wife at the start of this year. I want to share with everybody else. But we can wait till the show gets started. But again, you got cut off because you had to help with the mics and get us all set up. You were telling me about the holiday. So unfortunately, one of your daughters has gotten COVID, got sick.
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law got sick. Bam.
2 days later, me.
No, you went down for the count.
Dude, it was horrible.
Dang.
I never slept so much in my life. It wasn't as bad as the first time, the Why So Serious, but
Yeah,
I wasn't moving.
This COVID nowadays is not like the Why So Serious days. If you don't know, if you're a new listener, please go back to listen to episode 4, Why So Serious. You can hear when Frankie first got hit with it, terrifying. That's when COVID was really COVID. That's when you had the fear of it. But now it kind of like, it's more of an annoyance, thankfully.
Well, now it's oh my God, I got it. What do I need to do? Stay away from people.
Yeah.
And hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate and just sleep. That's all you can do.
I slept like 16-hour days. One night, I still remember one night, I was freezing, sweating.
Yikes. Oh, so yeah, you had like flu-like symptoms. That's the worst, yeah.
With a temp. So I get up in the middle of the night, I jump in the shower to cool down.
Yeah.
Because I was like 102, like 102.3, 102.4.
Yeah.
So I'll go into the shower. So I'm doing like one of those cold baths.
Yeah, yeah. Just to like cool yourself down.
Just to cool the body down. And then after all that, I go into the room. I had to change the sheets because everything was soaked.
Wow.
Hour later, sweating again.
Dang.
It was bad.
Did your wife get it too? Like, cause
no.
No?
That woman's a superhero.
Oh, see? Man.
I think the only kryptonite she has is me. I make her weak.
Well, thankfully she didn't get it, man, because that's the worst. You never want like your spouse or your kids to get it.
Yeah.
But man, I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
Yeah, and then New Year's was the worst because I had it during New Year's.
Dang. Yeah, that's right. So you kind of just kicked it. You kept it low key.
Bro, I went.
Well, I've been keeping it low key for New Year's anyway, just because I got sick of partying with strangers.
11:57, I got up. I put my mask on. I covered everything up. I went upstairs. 12:01. Waved at everybody. Right back downstairs. Karen was upstairs. Lauren was in her room. I was back in mine.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even happen.
Yeah. Nah. It was a pretty low key, I think, for a lot of people, New Year's, because honestly, 2023 was a hell of a year. Like, when you talk about the ups and downs of the world, the economy, we got 2 wars going on. We got Ukraine and Russia. We got the Hamas and Israel war. We got things economically. Inflation was through the roof. Like, it was a lot of stuff going on in 2023. So, like, I think everybody just wanted to just put 2023 behind and start anew on 2024 and set new goals and kind of reset. And that's the one thing about the new year. It kind of helps you to, like, recalibrate a bit. You kind of like, all right, the past is the past.
I like the reset. I'm not going to lie. I love knowing that it's a reset. Even though it's all, like... It's mental.
Mental, yeah. But you feel good.
You feel good, yeah.
Yeah. But awesome. We got a row in the room. And we got Jimmy in the building. What up, Jimmy? Yes.
I hung out with Jimmy on Friday. We went to the shooting range. We did good.
Oh, nice. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
I bet. All right, let's go ahead and get it started. I got a lot to cover. We can go ahead and get it fired up. And
hey, Misha's here. Hello.
Hey, Mimi, what up?
Let's get this going.
Yeah, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys coming into the chat. By all means, tell a friend, tell them to join the conversation. Boys are back. This is the first episode of 2024. We got a lot to cover. We appreciate you guys rocking with us today. Here we go, DJ Fire. Let's get it going.
Is it on?
We heard what the people wanted more. Well, all for one and one for all. Welcome to season 4.
You're now rocking with the best.
In the Cloud Radio proudly presents Life Lessons with Idiots.
Let's go.
Come for the music and comedy, but stay a little longer for the lessons. They're not the smartest in the room.
10 million, you might have some stipulations, right?
Yeah, well, 10 million.
You might be like, all right, so how long is the kiss?
I might have to like hold his back, his lower back.
What? Why are you holding him?
Because I want to be sure the money's in that pocket.
He's not holding 10 million in his butt.
But they're definitely not the dumbest. Now, let's get into it.
there. Welcome to Life Lessons with Idiots. We're your boys, Frankie and Rashawn, coming to you one more again. It's the top of the year. Once, like I said before, it's January 15th, 2024. We are halfway through January, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Oh, we got the visuals up, the cameras up. If you don't know, you could tune into YouTube and see the visuals of us. We look like ebony and ivory. We look like cookies and cream.
Vanilla and chocolate.
Talking about my cookies and cream.
Oh my God.
I need it because you know that we are fiends. We appreciate you rocking with us. Shout out to all of our new listeners for stepping in here for the very first time. If you're a new listener, please by all means go on to In the Cloud Radio on mixcloud.com so you can tune into our live stream because we are doing this show live. This show happens as it happens, so you can participate in the chat with the other fellow idiots in the room. I already shouted some of them out, like my girl Mimi, Roro, and we both, of course, we got Jimmy in the building. We got a few others also going to be stepping in here. Feel free to add to the conversation that we're going to be having today. And again, we're just here to give you some beautiful lessons so you could achieve your blessings. Please, by all means, subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, whatever is your favorite streaming service or device that you like to use. Make sure you follow us on there so that you can stay up to date on all of our newest and greatest episodes, as well as on all of our social media accounts. We are on Twitter. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are everywhere. So if you need to look us up, check us out. You can see all of our prior episodes summaries, so that way you can figure out which episodes you want to listen to, and you can stay up to date on our newest episodes. So
before we continue,
oh yeah,
it's something that we haven't been able to talk about because we haven't been on in a while.
Mm-hmm.
We have new country listeners.
We have new country listeners. Welcome.
We have people from Sweden.
Sweden. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to say anything.
I was waiting.
I'm not going to do an accent. I'm not going to do it. But welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of flack for my different accents. They was like, Rashawn, you got to stop doing the African thing. I don't want to win. And I got to stop doing the my French and every other accent that I throw on here. The people are like, it's cringe.
And then we have Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Yeah.
All right.
We have listeners there now, so
I hear it's banging there.
this is the reason why. This is the reason why.
So I think Bangladesh just left.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with this right now. They're
Okay.
like, oh, we thought this was something different.
They're like, no. I mean, what were you thinking? It says Life Lessons with Idiots. What was your? I really want to know what everyone's expectation is. They see the title of the show. They're like, okay, these are two idiots. They're going to talk about life.
Yeah.
What is it that I'm going to expect?
I mean, like seriously, it's the title of the show should say it all.
Yeah, like this is for your entertainment purposes. This
Yeah.
is not for facts or for you to document and spread the word. We're not here to give financial advice or anything. We're giving you our opinions, and nothing is fact, and this is purely entertainment.
If you're looking for a therapist, go somewhere else.
I feel like we need to create a tag just to like protect ourselves.
I told you this before. I think we
Yeah.
need to get a drop done that says, this is entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Because
But I figure if we say it enough in the beginning of the show, people will get the idea.
I sure hope so. Because man, we do say some things.
Oh man. All right, but now I want to let you guys know, since this is the start of the year, I got a cool exercise that me and my wife did that I picked up from an article. Now, there's all these different financial gurus. They always tell you like, hey, this is what you should do. This is how you should budget. And I had an epiphany. I figured out last year the reason why, and I think I'm pretty good with my finances because I'm pretty good with budgeting and so forth like that.
By any chance, okay,
All right, go
you
ahead.
said that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I just love not having a mic in front of me that I
Yeah,
can just
know.
move around.
Yeah.
Do all people that work in finance know how to do finance?
No. In fact, most of them, you ever heard it say like practice what you preach?
Yeah, they don't practice what they preach.
They don't practice what they preach. It's a lot of people who work in finance and they're financially troubled. A lot of them are in debt. You would be surprised how many people I see were in corporate America, in the financial services industry, and they don't contribute to their 401k. I know. I mean, hello, we see surveys all the time where they say 60% of America can't afford a $400 emergency. Some of those people work in the financial industry.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Or some of them don't have a 401k. It's insane. Yeah.
So, like, should they really be in finance?
Technically, they have the acumen. They know what it's almost like. So, Frankie, and again, this is not me throwing it. Some people.
Dad.
Some people, like for instance, they know what they need to do, but they won't do it. For instance, some people would say, "I got to eat better,"
Don't be talking about me.
I'm not talking.
See, I'm not even gonna look at you
Yo,
for the
I
rest of the
could
show.
not stand you. I knew he was gonna do this. Well, I'm just trying to offer a parallel.
You couldn't pick something else.
I couldn't think of anything.
You could think. Also, you look
All
at
right,
me. You look
no,
at me and go,
all right.
maybe you should learn how
Stop
to
it.
eat.
Some people want to exercise more. Stick to fitness. All right.
Again.
Some people want to read 100 books a year.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot better.
Okay. And they think that I want to read 100 books a year. But they never fulfill it. They start with 2 books and then they get distracted and they're like, well, I read a lot of blogs. And then they say that suffices.
I read a lot of blogs.
I read a lot of blogs. I read a lot of articles. And that suffices. So I hit my goal for the year. But what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people, they have the knowledge, they have the acumen, they've been coached, they've been taught, they know what is sort of like the curriculum to be financially successful. But a lot of people fail to execute on it. It's like I said, even sticking to a good diet. You could read all the nutritional books, you could read all the cookbooks, you could read all the different things, how to make all these great recipes. But if you don't consistently do it, then it doesn't ever come to fruition. And the same thing happens with finance. A lot of people don't consistently save, and they wonder why they are never prepared for an emergency and why they're so dependent on credit. So they blame things like, well, the economy's really bad. Well, the economy's always going to be bad. Like,
The economy is not made for us.
it's not made for you to win.
It's made for us to lose because if
Exactly.
you look at your 401k and look at all that stuff, it's in the stock market. So if it crashes, you crash.
Yeah. No one gets rich off a salary.
No.
You're not going to get rich off a salary. And that's the hard truth. Like, you're going to work all your life to try to make it happen. But if you don't do other things with your money, such as reduce your expenses or save more, invest more, invest in other things or other venues, then you're going to be financially stuck all the time. But hold on, I'm going on a bit of a tangent. So usually when I budget, I always budget and I do pretty good. I budget, obviously ahead. I would say I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I live month to month, I would say. And when I say month to month, that's with everything all considered, like with my investments and everything else, make sure my needs are met and so forth. But I want to get better.
Okay.
Because there's clearly a gap. And things, emergencies, things with the kids, things happen throughout the year. And I said, this year, new mindset, I want to get better at it. And I came across this strategy, and tell me if you heard it before. It's called the 50-30-20 strategy. Ever heard of that?
No.
So,
Well, maybe under something else. Go ahead.
the strategy entails is that you take 50% of your net gross towards your needs. 30% goes towards your wants, and 20% goes towards your savings. You're going to prepare yourself what they call an annual income. And the way you start about doing this is you look at your pay stub from the last, obviously at the end of December. You go to December, you look at your last pay stub that you got. And usually when you get your last pay stub for the year, it will summarize all of your money that you allocate to your 401k, all the money that you paid in taxes, everything you put aside, and then you see your net gross.
Okay.
And you can see your net gross for the whole year. So you take your net gross for the whole year. So your net gross is basically saying after you pay your medical benefits, after you pay all your stuff, this is what you're left with, right?
Right.
You take that money, that amount, and then you divide it by 50, and you say that's how much I have allocated to my needs. Then you take 30% of that amount, and you say that's how much I have allocated to my wants, and then you take 20% of it, and you say that's how much I have allocated for my savings for the year. So now what you got to do is, now that you know the numbers for each of those different categories, you list out under each one what falls into those buckets. So obviously under needs, you're going to put your mortgage, or you're going to put your rent, you're going to put groceries, how much do you spend on food, you're going to put things that you need to live, electricity, how much do you pay annually for utilities, how much do you pay annually for gasoline for your car, and you're going to list all the things out for your needs. Then you're going to do the same thing for wants. So wants would be like your TV subscriptions. Wants would be like, and again, you should just have some allocated to your wants. Restaurants, like going out to eat with your friends.
So the perks.
Yeah. Don't put haircut under there, Frankie. Put it under needs, because you still got to look good.
Yeah.
So-
Oh my God, I got to
so
tell you
keep-
about my haircut experience this past week.
So keep your hair cut, and even for women, if your hair and nails, that's part of the maintenance of how you look and how you present yourself. And remember, I would keep that under your needs. It's something that you regularly do.
Not a want.
It's not a want. Wants are things that you could live without. Things that you could go, it won't mess up your flow of your day. So like I said, TV subscriptions that you could do without, cable, things that you could live on. And of course, you allocate one section for savings. This will be how much you want to put into a high yield savings account, how much do you want to put in alternative investments, whether it be collectibles that you want to invest in and stuff like that, right? So that's the measurement. Now, once you start listing out your stuff, this is the fun part, where you start measuring what is your needs and what is your wants. And even for me, I found out, and this is probably applicable to everybody else. My needs section clearly surpasses the 50% threshold.
Oh, so you got some work to do.
Yeah. So it passed, and what I've been finding, and I'm like, but how am I doing still pretty good financially? Because I'm like, if I'm surpassing my needs with this threshold.
That's because you're taking from your wants.
Hello.
And make it.
Yes.
So you're taking from here to pay, to do this.
Exactly.
Taking from Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. So what it basically means, I've been wanting less in life and putting everything towards my needs.
Mm-hmm.
My savings is okay, but my wants have been diminished because I put everything towards the needs. Now, if you're going to be bad at this, that's the way you want it to be. What most people do, though,
right,
they cancel out their savings to support their needs. So this is why when something breaks down with their car or something breaks down somewhere else, they have no savings to fall on. So they fall onto their credit card, and then they fall into the cycle of debt.
Like it happened to me today.
Exactly. Well, I don't know what happened to you today.
I had to replace tires.
Oof.
Not a want, not a need, a must.
A must. You got no choice.
I had no choice.
You have no choice. So under your needs, so even in your savings, you got to create a section for emergency savings. That has to be there for you to survive. The wants is the only thing that you have flexibility in. Savings and needs are a must. So, but I wanted to share that because even me, a person who is a stickler for my budget, who stay on top of my stuff, my needs, I was gone beyond 50%. I was more so around, I want to say 60 something percent for my needs. I was 65. So that means because I was 15% above the threshold, I was taking money from my wants, which is fine with me because I want very little. I'm trying to want even less, but
I just want this podcast to work one day fine.
Just been wanting less things in life, but there you have it. So I thought I'd share that little tidbit to put that exercise on everybody else because it was helpful for me. And then at least now you know what you did last year.
Right.
And now hopefully this year you can say, okay, this is how much I made last year. How could I either these are my options. I could either increase the amount of money that I make this year, or I have to cut certain expenses. I have to cut certain needs.
But there's also the reality of there's certain things that are going to change that are going to happen this year that you didn't have last year.
Absolutely.
So you're going to have to take from the wants and needs. Is that the right?
Well, you're going to take from the wants or your savings.
Those numbers might change a lot because I just give you an example. Health insurance.
Yes.
Just went up drastically.
Yes.
Car insurance. Just like my insurance just went up.
Yep.
So you're going to be taking either from your want or your savings.
But you just hit the nail on the head, Frankie. So you know what happened to you last year. That's why now with those increases, you know what your net gross is. You build off what it was last year, and then you put it into this year. So Matt, you have to go into this year as if you didn't, if you're not getting a raise, as if you're not going to have any extra money.
Okay.
And
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, so that way, even if you make more money, you're at least ahead of where you're currently at. So this is where you do the reevaluation. You're right, Frankie. If your insurance and benefits and everything is going up, that means you're going to be working with less this year. Then you need to figure out, okay, how do I live with less? How do I cut back on groceries? So like I can tell you right now, one of my New Year's resolutions is cutting back on eating out as much as we do. Because we eat out a lot. Because we eat out because either we don't feel like cooking a lot of times. And we to the point that we were almost buying pizza, I want to say almost every week. Just because we said Friday's our pizza day.
Right.
But then I'm like, that Friday pizza day adds up over the course of the year. So maybe we need to sacrifice our pizza day to be every other week or maybe once a month. And then maybe we make our own pizza at home. I think Antilio's, you could pay $5 and you can make your own pizza at home.
Yeah, I do. I still do that at home. But sometimes making pizza at home is more expensive than actually going out to buy one.
They give you all the sauce. They give you the cheese, everything, $5. They give you the dough.
Really?
Yeah, the dough, the sauce, the cheese, and you make your own pizza at home for $5.
Oh, that's not bad.
So you do that for 4 people. You pay $20 versus the $30 or $40 you're gonna pay if you if you order delivery.
Okay.
So just saying, like, these are just different things that you can do. I can see, look at Ro in the chat. She says, I'm afraid to see mine.
Yeah, she also says some people don't even have medical
Yeah.
and cars as a need. No, she's right.
Yeah.
People that live in the city,
Yeah.
I know a lady, she's probably now 60,
Mm-hmm.
never owned a car.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about right.
But her rent is about $3,500
Yikes. Wow.
because she lives in the city.
Yikes.
But you know, so they don't have cars, right? But they have to put into to factor for them now because
Whatever they're commuting to, like
Right,
they're using
so
the bus or the
or
train.
Uber and
you
all
gotta
that.
figure that total out.
and New York is not cheap.
It's not cheap at all. That's why everybody leaving New York to try to come to Jersey.
So yeah, but here's the thing: New Jersey is one of those states that the most people that left the state
Mm-hmm.
to move somewhere else because they couldn't afford.
Mm-hmm.
The two states was New Jersey #1, California was #2.
Yeah.
It's just too expensive to live here, man.
It's very expensive. It's hard to get ahead in New Jersey, man. And a lot of people think they coming here for refuge, but it's tough. But yeah, man, I'm hoping that little financial tidbit will help some people because it definitely put things in perspective for me this year. So I've been starting to plan and figure things out. And by the way, with your benefits, that wouldn't be a factor into your net gross. I mean, it would be a factor, but what I'm saying is your net gross is after they've already taken it, after
Right.
they already hijacked your check.
They're definitely hijacking.
Which
the
is,
check.
by the way, which is such a scam, and only in America this goes on. So for those that don't know, part of the reason why we pay taxes is because the money is supposed to go to our government, and our government is supposed to provide health care and these benefits to us. That's where the point of the taxes.
And what they're doing, they're taking the money to.
What they're doing is they're giving it to subsidies.
Yeah.
Companies like Aetna, Cigna, they're giving it to these other institutions who then provide those services to us.
And still
then-
charging us.
And then we get charged again by those subsidies by paying the copay and all these other nonsense when we already paid for this with our taxes initially.
Yeah, it's just a scam.
yeah.
This entire country is a scam when it comes to, listen, you pay taxes, right? But then you go food shopping, you got to pay taxes again.
Yeah.
Okay, anything you do, they're just double dipping and triple dipping into your pocket
Yeah.
every single time. And then you work so hard, you put all this money away for your savings and for your retirement. And what do? Well, if you want to take it out early, we're gonna charge you a high penalty.
Yeah.
Money that they're just gonna take away from you. Which I get, some of the money is pre-taxed,
Yeah.
and I get that part, but some of it's not,
Yeah.
and they're still gonna go for it.
Yeah. So
It's a scam.
hopefully that helps at least protect you to some degree, or at least prepare you for a lot of these things. And another thing, I want to give a big shout out to the Bitcoin ETF that just got approved last week. I believe it was January 11th or January 10th it got approved. I know some people probably, I haven't been talking about Bitcoin on the show because you guys heard the episode Secure the Bag, and if you're a new listener, please go to episode Secure the Bag. I give you a pretty decent analogy of what Bitcoin is and what it represents. I'm very excited to see its growth right now in the traditional market system. I think it's something, a way for everybody to kind of like be a part of the growth of this uprising asset without having to take custody of it. I still think the best way to own Bitcoin is to buy it outright and own your own Bitcoin, but that's just my opinion. I'm not suggesting you do the same. Everybody's risk is different, but that's pretty exciting news that's happening right now. And yeah, just wanted to share that in case you didn't know.
Yeah, well, Mimi threw into the chat that once she left New Jersey, her car insurance dropped like $3,000.
Oof, yeah, Pennsylvania is cheaper.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey is has the most expensive insurance in the country.
Yeah.
In the country. This little small state has the highest insurance in the country. That's nuts. We also have the highest property taxes in the country, and we've been that way for the past 10 years.
Yep.
The number one, New Jersey. Isn't that crazy?
Time to move.
Yeah, man.
But I can't say that too loud because my neighbor might shoot me.
Well, did you hear that eventually, I think all the states on the coast, the new controversy is that we're all going to be underwater soon? And a lot of insurance companies are pulling out of New Jersey the way they've been pulling out of California because anybody on the coastline is supposed to be underwater because of the ice caps melting. But that's just a conspiracy theory.
Well, you know.
You can swim.
No, I can't. I'm the guy that stays on
Frankie,
the edge.
You float.
See, there you go talking about my weight again.
I just said
I
you
could
know how
never
to float.
drown. I could never drown.
I just said you know how to float, Frankie.
Yeah, I could never drown.
I can't, Frankie.
There's no way I could drown. So let's talk about this one topic. I
Okay.
actually got a call from somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and wanted me to touch on the topic of Gypsy Rose.
Oh my God.
All right, so
I've been avoiding this.
I'm not gonna avoid it because I get it, and I know it's controversial.
Oh man.
Okay, Gypsy Rose, for everybody who doesn't know,
Should we give the backstory?
that's just what I'm gonna try to do.
All right, go ahead.
You could correct me if I'm wrong, but Gypsy
No,
Rose
I'm
is
gonna
a
let you
girl who her mother had Munchausen, I think is what it's called, where she made believe that her kids were sick for attention, so she can get attention. So she put this girl through all this,
Yes.
like cancer, and put her through all these things. But the little girl didn't have anything.
She had no symptoms.
No symptoms, no
1% healthy girl, and the mother was being stimulated with dopamine
Yep.
by the sympathy she was receiving by putting her child through all these fake illnesses. And one quick question: how did she convince the doctors she had these conditions when they are clearly doing these tests on her and nothing is coming out?
Well, here's my problem with that is that obviously they had my opinion.
Yes.
My opinion on this. I'm making this clear. They had to be in on it.
Yeah, they have to be, right?
Because there's no way a doctor's going to give you chemotherapy.
Or maybe she just paid. You think she just paid them for the diagnosis?
No.
Because I'm just trying to figure out how was they. She took the little girl's teeth out.
That girl went through hell.
She went through hell, reasonably so.
Okay.
Terrible.
So she goes through this whole thing. The little girl, she gets to this point that she can't take it anymore.
But she befriends someone.
She befriends somebody, and sure enough, had him kill the mother.
Now, I just want to background on the guy. The guy had special needs. He wasn't all the way there, but Gypsy convinced him, and they sort of had like this relationships. They kind of fell in love. I won't say kind of. They had some sort of relationship, and in that relationship, she convinced him to kill her mother, and then he killed her mother. He goes to jail for life.
And
she gets 8 years.
She gets 8 years. Now she's out.
And she's out now. And as soon as she gets out, go ahead, Frankie, take it away.
She has another guy.
Another guy.
Now she's becoming a celebrity.
She married this dude as soon as she got out.
Yep, and now she's becoming a celebrity. So here's and I'm saying it's a celebrity.
America loves glorifying psychos.
Okay. So here's I have a couple of things. One, getting out of jail this time for her in this era is the best thing that could ever happen.
It could,
to her,
yeah,
because she's gonna make tons of money.
The stars aligned.
Okay, I totally disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my theory.
Okay.
She committed a crime.
Yeah.
She should not benefit from the crime.
Yeah. I don't think she should be out right now.
You and me both. So my thing is where do we as a society turn around and say, no, we need to stop this? Because this girl, she convinced somebody who's not there mentally.
Yeah, to do something.
To commit the crime. So she committed the crime.
Technically, yeah. This is premeditated. Now, and again, so now this is where people are on the fence. Was she justified in the killing of the mom who put her through all this?
And I get that, and let me say, I feel bad for her, what she went through.
There's no child deserves to go through
nobody
that.
needs to be abused in any which way. But she's reaping the benefit of the killing of her mother.
Well, okay. I wouldn't say reaping the benefits.
She will be.
She is. I would say she is. She's capitalizing.
Okay.
She's capitalizing on the infamy that she's gained from the whole story, from this Netflix documentary, from different things that have been done, and she is kind of rolling with it. But at the same time, it's like I'm not shooting her bail, but let's just say you're in a situation,
right,
Frankie. You've been abused your whole life. Hide and seek with your family never ended because you were always it and you were always getting caught, like beat. And you've been abused your whole life. Police.
We're not talking about me.
No, I'm just saying. Police find out. A reporter does this write-up on you, and then they do a documentary on your childhood struggles and all this stuff, and then you get rehabilitated, you come out, and then you go on a press run to talk about your trauma. Are you capitalizing on the trauma?
Did I commit a crime?
No, you did not. But
there's the difference.
No,
I did not
agree.
commit a crime. I can benefit from it because I did not commit a crime.
But she did her time.
8 years for murder, and the guy's still going to be in life.
I think it should be the other way around.
It should be the other way. He should be going.
I feel like he should have gotten 8 years, and she should have been in there for life. But that's our sort of judgment.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, we're no judge or anything like that. But as human beings, this is the way we're seeing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was premeditated. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you know, I feel bad for her that she, you know, and she does. She feels bad that her mother's not around. But
Yeah.
you should not be making money off of this. I'm sorry.
I know it feels nasty, but how do we feel about the people who make money off of the Jeffrey Dahmer and
No.
those victims? Those
No.
victims are watching us glorify this serial killer on a Netflix special, and they're not getting any benefit from the murder of their family members and friends. And
See, I think that if they do stuff like that, I think that, with my personal opinion, is when they do documentaries and they do stuff, that all that money that they did,
should
that
go to
proceeds
those
should
families.
go to those
It
families.
should go to
And
those
you know
families.
it's not.
It's not.
That's where I mean, like, if they were
Yeah.
like had any conscience, any compassion towards anything, that's what they should be doing with the money.
Yeah.
But just giving it to them, I just don't. I don't feel it, man.
Yeah, no.
And I get it, and you know, like, I'm probably gonna get crap for this, but I feel bad that she went through all that stuff. But
I feel bad too.
she should not be reaping the benefit from it. I'm
I don't-
sorry.
I feel bad. I don't, but I'm a bit conflicted only because I can't imagine to go through that trauma, and then the only way out of that trauma, because the mother wasn't gonna ever let her go. You know what I
No.
mean? Her mom had her hooks in her. She was never gonna be able to live an independent life, and she wasn't getting any help from anybody else because imagine everybody in the world thinks that you have all these mental issues and that your words are not valid. Like, no one believes anything you say.
Yeah. Like,
So
I-
your only way out is like, yo, if it's me or her, it's gonna be her.
like to me right now, the one thing I'm saying is, like, I want to know that guy who married her,
Yeah.
his psychological evaluation.
Yeah, I don't know,
I want to
dude.
know what he's,
There's no way.
because
God.
it just doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense to me. I don't know how this dude sleeps at night, but I mean, prayers and wishes to them all. But
Yeah, no, I just don't get it. And a top row just put does she really feel bad? We really don't know.
we don't know. We have no idea.
Check out Bob the Builder.
I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't be making fun of Karen. She in here working,
She working while I'm sitting
getting
here
it done
talking to you.
on MLK Day. Give us free.
While we're over here, she's moving. She's just moving stuff.
Karen
stuff
out here
around.
moving furniture. She's rearranging things, and Frankie sitting here on the podcast, kicking it, like looking at it like that a girl.
Yeah.
That's
You
a girl.
can do it.
You are killing it.
You make me so proud.
Oh man.
But you know, here's another thing. It's true. Mimi said the crime is really on though. Look at the amount of crime podcasts there are.
Yeah.
And let me tell you. So I was listening to one. I don't remember the name of it.
Serial.
Yeah.
Probably. Serial is like one of the
Scariest.
OG. Yo, that junk, and they got the music too in the background. It's
Scariest thing.
like that.
But you know who broke the internet?
Who? Cat Williams. Yes, Cat.
Cat Williams broke the
internet.
internet.
But let me tell you something. He kicked 2024 off right. Like, so I didn't. Did you watch the whole interview? Because
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch it.
not once,
You watched it multiple times.
not twice,
No. Oh my God,
3 times.
Frankie.
Dude,
It's a 3-hour interview. Frankie watched that jump 3 times.
I sat there, and each time I was like, it was the first time I heard it.
Hold on, let me get for new listeners and our people in Sweden who probably don't even know who Cat Williams
Oh,
is.
they know who he is. He broke the internet over there too.
Cat Williams is a comedian. He's well known for being on the movie Next Friday and Friday After Next. Next, he plays Money Mike. He's a very small stature comedian.
5'5".
5'5". He's
5'5", 140 pounds.
He's on Wildin' Out. He has tons of Netflix specials. If you check him out, I think Cat Williams probably has one of the best comedic intros of all time. I think the stand-up was Pimp Chronicles, where he comes out to "Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm." It's one of the best. If you look up Cat Williams, "Every Day I'm Hustling," and look at that clip, it's one of the best intros in comedic history.
Yeah.
Watch it from the beginning to where he goes to the fast food worker with the fries. It's one of the best skits I've seen. Anyway,
He
goes
killed it.
he goes on a podcast, which is Shannon Sharp's podcast, who's becoming a true media darling lately because since his departure from Skip Bayless, he has a sports podcast. Shannon Sharp has his own show now. He does an interview with Cat Williams, and Cat Williams spills so much tea. So many people got burned. He talked about Steve Harvey. He talked about
But see, so the whole thing about Steve Harvey, it was a known fact though.
yeah.
Everybody knew about it. Nobody spoke about
Nobody said anything.
it. Okay, the whole thing about Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah,
When he went out and he said he's supposed to be the entertainer. He's supposed to sing,
Yeah.
dance, and comedy.
yeah,
When was the last time you heard him sing?
yeah,
When was the last time you seen him dance?
yeah.
So
I mean,
he put it out there, and he also he gave respect to some of the comedians
Yeah.
like Bernie Mac
Oh, yeah.
and Chappelle. He gave them the respect that they deserve.
hmm
But when he went in on Steve Harvey,
Yeah, everybody likes that. Everyone likes the and again, I'm not a big like diehard Steve Harvey fan. I commend him on all the successes he's had. I'm more of a Cat Williams fan than I am a Steve Harvey fan. So, but I do think that a lot of, and the thing is, one thing I'll give Cat Williams, he was minding his business. He was minding his business until another comedian by the name of Ricky Smiley, he went on Shannon Sharp's show before Cat
Yeah.
Williams, and he said some things about Cat Williams that,
He's
in
a
my
straight up
Cat
lies.
Williams was minding his business.
straight
This
lies.
dude said some stuff on Shannon Sharp's show, and then Cat Williams said, "Oh no, you're not gonna talk about me," and then tell lies about me. So he goes to Shannon Sharp's show, and he puts it all out there, and he shoots at everybody. So here's my thing. I appreciate him sharing his truth. I can't say what is true and his word is greater than other people's words. I do like the response that most of these comedians, nobody came at Cat Williams to call him a liar or call him in. Most of them was cop and please, like, well, I wish him well, and he needs to not be so.
Well,
He came at
that's-
Kevin Hart. He came at a lot of big names.
And that's the reason why I wanted to talk about it, because most of the time when somebody does something like that, goes out and blatantly exposes you, people are gonna go out there and they're gonna be like, he's a liar.
Yeah.
He's this,
Or some form of rebuttal.
A rebuttal. And they're all like making fun of it and joking around. Ludacris did that quick rap video that
Luda,
he did.
I like Luda, but he should have just ignored
He
it.
should have just ignored it. Kevin Hart should have ignored it.
Yes.
He's making fun, talking about how he bought the Knicks for 30 days and he gave them back because he needed a receipt or something like that. But here's the thing, what these guys don't realize, the more they open their mouth, the bigger opening they're giving him.
Yeah. Oh no, this is just fanning the flames of his celebrity.
So he has a Netflix special coming out soon.
Oh, but the thing with Katt, he's been touring on his own independently for years.
No
and he
funds.
puts on a lot of up and coming comics. Like he put on more comics, and he mentioned that in the interview, how he's put on more comics than anybody else.
Yeah.
Like he's big on nurturing young talent, and he talks about a lot of the up and comers. But I like Katt Williams. I know a lot, and the thing is, he has a lot of back history of crazy stuff happening to him, fighting some 15-year-old boy. A lot of crazy stuff.
Listen,
but I think overall,
taking the L, we've had issues.
Yes. No, I mean he was doing this as an adult fighting.
Yeah, but they're the same height.
Yeah. No. But anyway, I like Katt Williams. I think he's a good. Matter of fact, I want to switch gears real quick. Who are your top? Give me your top 5 comedians all time.
Oh, Pryor,
Okay.
Murphy, Chappelle, Carlin,
Okay.
and Robin Williams.
Got it. The only reason why I asked is because Michael Blackston, who was one of the comedians that Katt Williams also referenced during this interview,
That was funny.
he called Katt Williams a top 5 all
No,
time.
no.
Or top 10. Maybe he said top 10. And I was trying to figure out where do I have Katt Williams at in my all-time list.
No, he's not top 5.
He's definitely not top 5.
10, not top 5.
He might, maybe top 10.
But what he said about what's his name, the African,
Michael Blackston.
Michael Blackston, he said, "You're African. Why are you coming up with an act, and you're putting an African accent?
Yes. Yes.
But you have the accent. You don't have to add to it."
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his,
Yeah.
but I liked him when he was on Wild 'N Out
A while now, yeah.
because
I like him before Wild 'N Out. When
Yeah.
I like, they say I like Michael Blackston when he does his skits on the internet. Like before he got bigger, like he would always talk about, because he's always good at making fun of himself.
yeah, when he
And
said
when he
that
make fun of himself,
when you
that-
look under the bed, he's darker than that.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh,
Yeah, he's funny. He's a
good guy. Yeah.
But he's not.
He's
top
not. I wouldn't
10.
put him in. Yeah, no.
I
But
mean,
no, he was saying Katt Williams is top 10.
No, Cap. Yeah.
I don't know if I have Katt in the top 10. I don't know of all time.
All time.
It's-
You got Red
that's-
Fox.
You got Martin Lawrence. You got Eddie Murphy. You got like you already mentioned. You got Bill Burr. You got Chris Rock. You got. I even have Kevin Hart in the top 10. He has 2 specials that are like classic. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people in the top 10 of stand up. I got Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac is definitely top 10.
Of course, Dave Chappelle. Like, yeah.
But no, let me tell you, if you haven't seen that,
Yeah, but go watch it. Go watch the interview. Very entertaining. Katt is very charismatic. He's a funny guy, great comedian. How do you feel about guys though spilling tea or guys gossiping? Because there was some pushback on guys gossiping. They saying like certain things guys should just keep to themselves, or guys should just keep in, the men's
Okay.
like we don't do that. Like that's not a man thing to do. That's not manly to talk.
okay. So you only say I had this conversation.
No, I'm just curious because this was a that was a sentiment
I just
from
had
a
this
lot of
conversation.
people.
I don't know if it was from my wife or somebody talking about like how guys like spill the tea, and I'm like, no, guys don't spill tea.
We brew the beer.
No, we don't like friendships are loyal.
Yeah.
You don't. It's like like my loyalty's deep type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
When it comes to that group, there's no gossip, there's no tea, there's nothing
Yeah.
that's spilled. But if they're telling you something about somebody else, it's because they're not friends.
That's okay. That's definitely fair. That's fair.
So
You usually talk about people you don't like.
Yeah, so you're not friends with them, so you're really not dropping nothing really crazy. I mean, like, if I know it, that means somebody else will know it, and somebody else will know it because it's being exposed. So if my wife comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I heard this about your friend," I go, "Not my friend."
Yeah.
Because I know my friends, that little circle,
Yeah.
nobody rats each other out. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing to rat out.
Yeah.
But if something is said or like it's between them. That's it.
Yeah. No, like my gossip, like my thing with gossip is like if with friends and stuff. I never talk about anybody unless you ask me directly, what is your opinion about this person?
Right.
And I usually give my reasons as to why I either A, do not mess with that person, or B, things that I have learned about that person through other people. That is which is basically gossip, but that's when I do it. I don't do it where I wake up and call somebody like, girl, did you hear this? Or like, yo, bro, did you hear this? Like, I don't do that gossiping. And I don't think I would go on a television show or interview to gossip about other people either. I'll just be like, if they say, hey, like if say me and you blow up, podcast goes through the roof, me and you, we're on the couch, we're talking to Gail King or someone, and she's like, so there's so many podcasts out there. Frankie, on one of your episodes, you were talking about those crime podcasts and how you're not favorable. And, there's a very popular one. They're called Serial, and they said some things about you, Frankie. What are your thoughts on that? Like, if they try to bait me or bait you with that, they're not going to get too much from me.
They're not getting much out of me. I'm like, oh, somebody else was talking about me?
I'm like, oh, they talk about our show?
I'm famous. That's why I tell everybody, if somebody's talking about me, it's because they want to know, they want to share what they know about me.
Yeah.
Listen, I got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
But if somebody be like, oh, you heard about this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm in your ear.
Yeah.
What is there? My life is so boring
Yeah.
that if you find something exciting about me, please let me know.
I mean, you're going to be excited to hear about it.
Oh, I want to hear. If I'm
In fact, I love it.
If I'm in a crime podcast,
Yes.
I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I
tell
just
me.
need to know the whole thing so I can listen to the whole thing because there's no way.
Yeah, I want to know. I love when people have gossip about me because 9 times out of 10 it's never true. And that's why I get so excited because I'm like, ooh, 1, people are talking about me. 2, people actually care.
So we're going through this podcast, right? We're talking right now. So I was talking about my friends, right? So this is one of my friends. I won't give
Okay.
his name. But
Your friend send you selfies?
he sent me a selfie about the haircut he just got.
All right. Guys should not send other guys selfies. I'm going to just put that out there.
So-
Shout out to your boy. It's a
So-
good picture.
Because we go to the same barber. So he's
Okay.
like, check it out. But I didn't need the full body look.
You sent the whole body pose, bro. Like, that's not even, if you could have just did the headshot, you could have just showed the hairline. The whole full.
Yeah, he posed the whole body. I mean, like,
Bro, you showing that body, yada yada yada. All right, Frankie, let me find out what else is in that text.
this is one of those texts.
Frankie got full portraits coming into this. He said, "So this Frankie, this is what I look like my clothes on."
Yeah,
Next picture.
I just texted him. I said I spoke to you about I spoke about you on the podcast. It's supposed to be a haircut, and he's showing me his whole body.
Hey man, he flexing too. Get it, Frankie?
Yeah. Oh, this is hysterical.
I can't.
You know, it's
Aaron,
like she knows. You know, she says,
he's getting full body pictures to his phone.
yeah, she knows.
The guys.
She knows. Oh, so no. Here's the thing. So I saw him on Friday, right? So I was in Patterson. I went to get my hair cut. Okay, I'm at the barbershop. Before I get to that, I got my ADDs going.
I know. I see you flying.
So I'm at the barber shop, and my barber, he's besides being a barber, he has his own construction company. He does a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
different things, right?
Yeah.
So he's on the phone and he's talking to one of his guys, and he's like, well, you know, you got to be, he's very heavy Dominican accent, right?
Okay.
So he's talking about the one guy, he's a Cheeto. I'm like, what's a Cheeto?
You mean like a churro?
Well, so I'm like listening to him, and he's talking in English and talking in Spanish. So he's going
Okay.
back and forth, and he's like, well, you know, you got to understand the Cheeto man. And I'm like, what's a Cheeto man?
Churro.
So the entire barbershop is listening.
Yeah.
Because he's talking so loud. So I go to him, yo, can you tell me what the Cheeto man is?
Yeah. Cheetos. The Cheetos chips?
So
The Chester chips?
okay, listen.
No, I'm
you're gonna die.
sorry.
It's the sheetrock guy.
Wait, what?
He says he can't say sheetrock. He goes Cheeto. so I gotta cover the mic.
I know. I'm yelling into the mic. I'm trying not to laugh into the mic.
So he's like the Cheeto man, and I'm like, what the hell is the Cheeto man? It's the sheetrock guy. That's how you know you're at a good barbershop.
I love it. I love it. The more accent, the better the cut.
Oh my God. I was
Yeah.
like, are you kidding me? The Cheeto man. And I'm like, and then he said, well, you know the Cheeto man, though, man.
Cheeto man,
He put the wall. I was like, oh, jeez.
You was like, got it.
Now you know why I don't know how much I charge, because he don't even know.
Poor guy. Listen, leave that guy alone, man. Oh, man.
So I finished that. I go downtown because I was going to see my friend Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, look, my friend's calling me now.
All right. Can you tell him that we're in the middle of a show right now? Like, it's live. You're not doing it.
Yo, man, I'm live on the show.
So you, damn, man.
I'm live
Dang.
on the show. I'm talking about how you took a picture of your hair to show me how nice the haircut is, but you show me your entire body.
Bam, just in a headshot next time. It's literally.
On the barber, it's actually on our barber. You have to say on our barber.
Yeah.
I appreciate our barber, and basically what I was trying to explain to you was that all I was trying to say, frankly, was like, look at our barber. I'm glad I went back. I went back.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I needed to.
I'm happy you went back too.
Oh,
Because I need to get my hair.
yo, ain't nothing like a relationship with a guy that's barber, man.
Yo,
Oh, shit.
Yo, he is going through it.
yo, Angel. So I got a question. What do you pay him?
Oh shoot.
For that haircut?
Yeah.
Give him $40.
Oh, you
Why
can.
wouldn't you pay? Why wouldn't you pay that kind of money? If somebody can make you feel good about yourself and you can walk out of that barbershop feeling like you're the man.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like a fresh cut.
Yeah,
He be lacing you, man. A
yeah,
good barber.
He just showed me a full body picture. You know
Yeah.
you're pretty.
Yo, you know you feeling good when you said a full.
I tried. All I can say is that I try. I try. I'm just getting older. I'm looking younger.
This is one of the guys I text with.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you understand? This is the struggle I live with.
Yo, man, I'm happy for you, man. My heart is.
So now,
I definitely gotta come and hang out with you one day.
but listen, I'm gonna tell the other part of the story.
Okay.
So on Friday,
Okay.
I'm walking downtown, and we literally bump into each other. Like I haven't seen
Yeah.
him in a while, but we bumped into each other, like ran into each other.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey Frankie, how are you?" Gives me a hug, and we're like, he goes, "Yo, I gotta go because I gotta go pick up food." I haven't seen him in a long time. He dropped me like a bad habit.
He was like, "Yo, it's good seeing you in passing, but yo, this meal."
Can I ask what's your friend's name?
Rashawn.
Yeah.
Rashawn, can I ask you a question? And I need you to be 100% honest.
All right, go ahead.
Frankie's my little brother. Frankie's like my little brother.
Uh-huh.
We grew up together. I swear, I promise you. I have a tendency of when I get in a little zone of working out, like either running or bike or whatever I'm doing, it's not that I'm shutting you out. I'm in the zone. When I'm in the zone, I've done this to my son. I've done it to my son's godfather. And they're pretty understanding. And not just that, Rashawn. Even worse than that, everything that I was doing that I told them I was going to do while I was running, I sent them a video clip of what I was doing. Just to prove it to
I got a play-by-play.
One, Angel, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I 100% agree with you. Especially that post meal after you work out, yo, tunnel vision. Tunnel vision.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was none bad intent. And then, of course, you got other friends that are instigating. Oh, I don't believe him. I just didn't want to deal with you. We know that. Well,
Look, let them make up their own stories. Be like, yo, I'll catch you on the rebound. I'll come back to you. I got to replenish because my gains got a window, and I need to fill it before I get back.
you No lie, that's exactly what I told him word by word. I said, yo, I love you, Frank. I swear to God, but I got to do this. I got to do it. Bam.
He said, yo, I love you.
And as I was running away, I said, I love you. What's so wrong about that?
Right in one of the most ghetto neighborhoods, he's like, I love you. I saw, remember Elf, the movie?
Yeah.
That was him.
Exactly central downtown Patterson, New Jersey, Broadway Pizza.
Yeah.
I love
It
it.
doesn't get worse than that. And anybody who's from Patterson will tell you, damn, it's there? Yes, there.
Nice.
He ran. He was like, I love you. I was just waving.
Nice.
I felt awkward.
Good for you, Angel. I feel you, man.
Dope dealers, crack dealers.
Yo, you was in the right for hightailing it. One, you had to save your life, and two, you had to get that meal. So all props to you. I'm on your side, bro.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
They don't understand.
I
But
get
I
it.
love you both. And you guys continue. And like I said, we got to catch up one day, man. We definitely got to catch up.
I got to have you on the show. Come live.
Definitely.
Definitely. God bless you both.
All right, brother.
brother.
Thank you,
Later.
man.
God bless you.
That was great. That was great.
You never...
Shout out to Angel, bro.
Yeah. He was there. Oh no, was he there? No, he wasn't there when I fought the girl in high school.
Oh man.
It was short.
No, save it for when he comes here. When he comes here, we're gonna go crazy when he gets here.
Yeah.
We'll try to limit the amount of times we say bro.
Yeah.
I got something I want to ask you because the list came out, and it's the list of the top professions that someone should never date. You want to hear it?
Start with number 10.
I'm gonna start from the bottom up. Okay, I'm gonna start at number 18.
Okay, is IT in it?
Wait, just let me get to it. Don't
He
try.
said, let me get to it.
Let me just get to these, okay? 18 is a Florida man.
A what?
A Florida man. Basically, never date a guy from Florida. That was number 18. This is
That's
how
a whole state.
no. This is the bottom of the list. Florida is complete. Don't date anyone from Florida. Number 17, carpenter. I don't understand why would you not want to not date a carpenter. He knows how to put the rug down.
He knows how to pick it up.
He knows how to pick it up. He knows how to roll it. He knows how to nail it.
Oh my God.
All right. 16, a model. Never date a model. I guess because they're so
can
into
see that.
themselves. Okay, I let that fly.
Because models can be very vain.
Okay.
And if you're one of those people that has to look in the mirror and they have to look at the mirror, you're never going to see each other.
Yeah. All right. That's true. And then I like what you said about the vein. Like they're gonna be like, and then they're gonna probably be looking at you like, you don't deserve me because I look too good. 15. This one might be offensive. A teacher.
A teacher?
Yes.
What's the logic behind that one?
They don't give any logic. This is just a list. This is just a list of people that you should never date. I don't know why would you not want to date a teacher.
I think the teachers is probably one of the better ones to date. You got the whole summer off.
Yeah.
So you can plan a good trip.
Oh, I got it.
What?
They don't make enough money.
That's not true because we know for
They're
a
gonna
fact.
say that.
We know for a fact that one of the top 3 careers.
Yeah, we said that. We said that on the show.
That become millionaires.
Is teachers are more prone to be millionaires.
Yeah.
But they don't want to live in the future. They want to live in the now.
Yeah,
So
they're idiots.
yeah.
Okay, next.
So I don't agree with that one. 14, truck driver.
I can
see that. They're always on the road. That makes sense. 13, politician. Self-explanatory.
Yeah, they lie.
You got it. 12, influencer.
Vain people.
That back to the model thing,
Back to the model
influencers,
thing,
and
yeah.
who knows what they are. And they
You
live,
don't meet the looks
and
that
they
I need.
live on social media. Like this
Yeah,
is
I
all they
don't
do.
think
So
it goes
12,
that way.
definitely avoid. Would you consider us influencers?
No.
No, right? Okay. 11, a prostitute. I think that's self-explanatory, but I'm surprised that it's not higher on the list, but okay.
The oldest profession, huh? So this is where they're going. They went way back. They went way
Yeah.
back.
Number 10, a football player. I can see this. Too much CTE.
Yeah, well,
You never know which way you're going to go.
yeah, no. Well, there's a lot to that because
Andy on the road.
the road thing is,
Yeah.
and I think
And
if,
it's celebrities.
if you watch a lot of the documentaries or stories that
Yeah.
from former NFL players, basketball, baseball, they say that when they travel, what happens in the hotels
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Some people,
I believe it.
Some athletes
them be-
have
People waiting for them.
waiting for them, and they also have to. They have these people sign contracts saying,
Yeah,
that
NDAs.
You won't, the NDA. You won't discuss anything
That happens in
that
here.
happens here.
Like what
And
happens here stays here.
Yeah, Vegas
Yeah,
is big.
Yeah, it's a big country. Number 9. This one is also perplexing. Gynecologist. I guess maybe they might be.
Stop. Skip it.
Wait, why would you not date a gynecologist? Just
Oh, what's your name? Oh, Cindy. I think I know your sister.
yeah. I know I've seen this before.
Stop.
All right.
I'm about to take off this mic.
I know you're rumbling. Okay. Number 8.
Hi, Nancy.
Number 8, a psychologist. I guess I can see that can be annoying because he'll be diagnosing you all the time.
So that's interesting, but I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, and I really believe that psychologists. I get what they're saying, but there's not a person out there that doesn't have a bit of a psychologist in them when they're dating.
That's true. I feel like everybody does their own mental probing as well.
Oh,
Why not have a
absolutely.
professional, somebody who does it all the time? But I guess a psychologist, they don't have an off switch because they're so encumbered with it all day, and it's their primary education. Because think of how much your work encompasses your life.
No, but okay. But as you get older, and life experiences
Yeah.
teaches you to listen to and look for certain things.
Yeah.
And when you become a parent, you know when your kid's lying to you, but
Yeah.
you let them get away with it
Yeah.
because you've learned. So so your stuff's on all the time.
Yeah.
It's the same way. So I don't agree with that one.
I don't know. All right. Yeah.
I don't agree with that one because everybody is looking and analyzing. And if you were going to do that,
My thing is, should you really be judging people by their profession? Like certain ones, I could definitely give you the
Okay,
like the truck driver. I could make a reasonable understanding, but there's some nice truck drivers out there. Like I don't think you should shun all men truck drivers and think that they're a certain way.
listen, a lot of women truck drivers now.
Yeah, I don't think you should shun that. I mean, they're on the road a lot. They can be hard with communication, but they can make it work. I think it also varies by the person. But this is their list. This is the list that was put together by this website. That want to make. They asked all of their followers to go help compile this list. And here we go. Number 7, police officer.
That should be number 1.
Police officer, you should never date. I think I know the answer to this because I have friends who are cops and I get it.
Listen, there are, and I have a lot of friends that are police officers, and they're the nicest people, and they do not fall under this category. I'm telling you because they could have been anything else. They chose to become an officer for whatever reason, and they're the nicest people, and I will never talk bad about them. And you guys know who you are. A bunch of you are DJs, and I love you guys.
One of them is a neighbor.
Okay, but I will tell you right now, majority of the people that become officers,
they get around.
They have a chip on their shoulder. They've always been arrogant. Most of them are pompous, and when they become a cop, now they like it because now they feel like they're above the law.
And they get around.
They
round
nasty.
and round.
They're nasty.
Round we go.
And they all think that they're the smartest guys in the world. But guess what? What's one of the number one careers that get divorced? Police officers, because you're getting caught. All right, so someone like, I'm a detective. Well, you weren't that good because you got caught.
So, funny you say this, because the next one on the list is firefighter, which is me and you, Frankie.
Yes.
I think that's disrespectful. I don't think firefighters are that bad.
So I'll tell you the reason behind the firefighter.
Why I think police should be head of firefighters.
Absolutely. But you know why the firefighter?
Why?
Because a lot of them become alcoholics. The heavy drinking.
Okay.
And I know it for a fact.
I know we eat a lot.
Stop talking about me.
No.
It's about the drinking.
It's the drinking.
It's because most firemen, the firehouses and all that, they have beer.
Yeah.
And what do they do when they're not on duty? They're back at the firehouse drinking.
So for all those wondering why I'm keep saying me and Frankie and us, it's because me and Frankie were former volunteer firefighters.
Yeah, we put our time in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Number 5, a pilot. I totally get it.
Yeah.
You're going all over the world. You're in the Mile High Club all the time. So I can see pilot. Even though, look who's talking. John Travolta was a pilot. He seemed like a good dad.
He's a real pilot. That's how he commutes.
Yeah. A 4. This one I can see. A lawyer. They're gonna argue.
That's up there. That's up there with politician.
Yeah. Lawyer, I get it.
Yeah, no argument there.
One, social media admin. So I guess if you're like a person whose job is to monitor, like say somebody's social media account all day, I guess that could be a bad person to date? Like, say if you were managing the NFL account and you had to do the social media for that all day. That was your job. Should you not date that person?
Well, those people are not working for you. They don't live a life. They live the life of the person.
That's true. Yeah. So I guess they can't. Yeah. I guess they're conflicted because they have to be on that all day, every day. Yeah. All right. Fair. But I'm sure there's a team. It's not just one person. But I'm sure if you're the manager of the team.
It depends on how big the.
Yeah. All right. 2. This one surprised me. Oh boy, this one might offend people. They said military men.
Really?
They said military men. Number 2 on the list of people you should never date. Military.
So you gotta ask them. So where were you stationed? The Philippines? Nope. Niet.
You said Thailand?
You said Thailand.
Were you in Bangkok? All right. No, but that one surprised me. I didn't see that one coming because there's a lot of people in the military. I have family in the military. They are single.
They're still single?
All right.
I guess the list is accurate.
Let's go to the number 1. The number 1 person you should never date. OnlyFans models.
That's up there with number 11. What was
number
it?
11 prostitutes. So the OnlyFans model. Frankie, stop.
I'm getting frustrated with this thing.
Stop fondling your mic.
Yeah. So the OnlyFans models, okay.
I guess that's self-explanatory.
They say that they're influencers. No,
they're a different. They're a
like
different bracket.
Amsterdam in the red light district. Okay.
So all right, let me stop. Let me shoot. Stop. We gotta stop because you know what it is. Because we classify all OnlyFans models as being the most promiscuous ones. I don't think they're all like that because there's people who do just feet. There's people. There's people who actually do it.
That's nasty.
What I'm saying is, I'm not on OnlyFans. What I'm saying is, there's people who have OnlyFans accounts where they do workout videos or they do stuff just genuinely for their fans. Now, however, the more lucrative people are the people who do the Amsterdam content, where it's much more scandalous and promiscuous.
But the whole thing is like, so I gotta be careful.
Okay, dance.
So I don't know the person personally.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
but
that. I like the disclaimer before you're about to say something wild
stuff. Person.
Okay.
And
they shooting videos of their feet.
Of their feet.
And they getting it out there.
If I tell you
they're the ugliest.
No, I'm gonna give you beautiful feet.
Beautiful feet.
Okay. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Just showing feet.
And she's crushing it.
Last year supposedly made somewhere in the $200,000.
Wow. Some sick people out there just paying for feet.
You okay?
I'm about to put my feet on OnlyFans.
Well, the person goes on and shows these beautiful women feet. It's a man.
You're lying.
Pete,
you're lying.
It's an OnlyFans, and you don't have to show your face or anything.
This dude's out here shaving his ankles and putting his feet out there.
Painting toenails and everything. And posing for the feet. And it says, makes money. I don't know them personally, but I know somebody who does.
Wow.
And says that they make a lot of money. And people think it's a woman.
Man. All you people paying for that. That's the sound of...
Took a generic name that could be either or. Like I'm just going to throw the name out, Jamie.
Okay, Jamie.
Could be
Yeah.
Tracy.
And he's out here putting his feet in sand and grass, and these people are paying for it.
Yep. Men and women.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the sound of defeat.
Nasty.
Yo, y'all some nasty people in America, man.
First of all, I hate feet.
Yeah, I actually, well, my wife has pretty feet.
I didn't say it. I'm not talking about like.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like if I'm gonna pick something, it's not feet.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're gonna pick eyes. You're gonna pick lips. You're gonna pick there's 1,000 other body parts that I pick before feet.
Feet.
But you do want nice looking feet. So yeah, so that article that was the OnlyFans model. So I can see how that could be a problem because that goes back to what you discussed before about oversharing who you are on the media. Like I don't think the world needs to know everything about you or see everything about you. I think what I should be able to see should be privy to only me. and not paid subscribers. But to each his own.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Oh man.
So I had a question for you.
Yeah.
This was asked to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's right that when somebody goes to get married, there's a couple who's engaged? No, they're a couple at the wedding. And at the wedding, they ask one of the groomsmen asked the bride and the groom if he can ask his girlfriend to marry him at the wedding.
Oh, you mean people trying to propose at somebody else's wedding? I think I remember we mentioned this before. I forgot what we discussed, but all right, so your question is, am I opposed to somebody trying to do that?
To that? Yeah.
It depends on who the person is. So if it's a person who's just one of the guests, like one of the friends or something like that, I would advise them not to do it. And honestly, it comes down to the bride's decision. The groom really doesn't have any say. Groom could just shut up and sit in the corner. The wedding is really for the bride. The groom just has to show up. Let's just be clear. It's for the bride. The wedding itself, the extravagance of it all, it is for the bride. It is nothing for the groom. The groom is just there to just make sure everything goes well, but it is for the bride. So if the bride gives the blessing, it's really her say. Me personally, I don't think, you should propose at other people's weddings because it seems like you're trying to upstage their event.
Exactly.
It's their moment. It is their time. We're there together to celebrate them. Do not try to upstage it by creating your own moment with it. Now, if you wanted to take whoever you were with outside of the venue and propose to them there, or if you want to do, I guess fine. But doing it at the venue where we're married, where we're celebrating, I think that's kind of corny. I think you could pick 1,000 other spaces to do it. You don't have to do it at that ceremony. However, if it's like a close family member, like say it's like a older couple, because I've seen this happen before. I was at a wedding where it's an older couple. They've been together for quite some time. And you know how they usually bring people on the dance floor, like how many people have been together this long? How many people have been together this long? And then everybody like kind of gets off, and then at least one couple standing.
I see that.
This couple, they've been together for a long time, but they were never married. And then he proposed to her because they were like one of the last couples still there. So before he got off the dance floor, he got on one knee and proposed to the person he was with. And we all, everybody was happy for that moment because they were together for a long time. So I feel like it depends on the person and the sentiment and everything around it. And everybody was happy for it, like that he did it. And I guess he did it at that wedding because they were older. That I respect.
Okay. All right.
But other than that, no, you shouldn't do it.
All right. What's the craziest thing you've seen at a wedding?
The craziest thing that I've seen at a wedding. The craziest thing I've seen at a wedding was the bride dancing with one of the groomsmen, and the groomsmen and the groom got into it. Oh wait, that's not even the worst. That's not even the worst. The worst was, I'm gonna put people business. All right, I won't say who it is.
You don't have to say names. I don't give names.
So I went to a wedding, and my wife is gonna know who this is.
Is she on?
She probably is. At the wedding, the groom's brother got into an argument with one of the family members, and the argument turned into a brawl.
At the wedding?
At the wedding.
Get out.
I'm talking like shirts disheveled. It was a brawl, and I was in there trying to break up the fight, and this is happening at the wedding. This is, so you know how you have the reception hall? This was right outside of the reception hall. Mind you, they're all family. So this was cousins and stuff brawling, and it was like, I'm talking about 10 people, fisticuffs.
No.
Yes, outside of the wedding.
Damn.
And one of them was my really good friend, and I had to like get him out of there because it was getting extra violent. I'm talking about people's suits was ripped, people like was bleeding. It was bad. So that was the craziest thing I've ever seen at a wedding.
So
I came home, when I got home, and my wife saw me. We weren't married at the time. I came home, and she saw me. She said, "What in the hell happened?"
So the question is, did you still give the same amount as a gift?
I already gave my gift. I didn't learn it. I didn't know. But that was the wildest thing I've ever seen at a wedding. And I feel bad because I think my friend listens to this show, so they're going to hear this.
Well, we don't know who you are.
They know.
But So I have a couple. So one, I was actually at a wedding, and the whole wedding thing happened, and everything's good. And towards the end, the bride and the groom decided to do a gender reveal.
Wait. She was pregnant at the wedding, and they did the wedding and the gender reveal.
And the gender reveal.
That's, I guess, two birds with one stone. I guess that's the way.
I didn't know what to do.
That is strange. That's
Because
what was it? Was it a boy or a girl? now I'm hooked. I'm invested.
It was a boy.
Okay, congrats.
But the thing that bugged me out is like I was actually the DJ at the event. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, here's a mic.
You was like, what do I play for this? Come, baby, come. Come.
Yo, I was like, are you kidding me?
Give me a little bit.
But after everything was all said and done,
Frankie's on the ones and twos. Bounce. Come on, bounce.
Yeah, it was. I could just, I didn't know what to do.
Come, baby.
So, and you're right. Everyone was already there too. So the whole family.
I mean, it was convenient.
I get it.
Two birds with one stone. Why not? Let's
And then-
get it out the way.
And then the other one that I went to was, and this was a long time ago. They're even divorced now. It was a wedding where they ran out of food.
Oh, how does that happen?
Yeah. So they run out of food, right?
How do you run out of food at a wedding?
You ready? And then one of the guests was like, "All right."
Don't tell me he went to the group. Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
ordered.
makes a call. He goes, "I need 30 pizza pies."
Wow, that is the ghettoest wedding I've ever heard.
One of the best weddings I've ever been to. Had so much fun.
No way.
We
man.
left to go eat.
No.
This is years ago.
That is the most ratchet thing I've ever heard.
But then I found out that that's not the worst one. A friend of mine.
What kind of weddings you be going to,
Oh,
bro?
yeah. He said, like, I grew up rough because these are not stories that you hear from the lifestyles of the
Yeah. Yeah, humble beginnings.
Very humble. So another one, this was somebody that I work with, said that he went to a wedding where when they ran out of food, they went across the street to the White Castle and ordered food. So here's my problem.
I'm not mad at the ingenuity of this.
Okay. Where have you ever seen a White Castle in a really good neighborhood? I was trying to figure out where the wedding was.
Yeah, I didn't. No, honestly, all the White Castles that I've ever been to, they always had the bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Where they spin the thing.
Yeah.
They spin your change.
So
I can't think of it.
So I was like,
One
the
of the
reception
nice
hall was across the street from a...
I guess one on Route 9 is not so bad, right? The one on 9?
Oh, that was
That's
not bad. Yeah,
that one
was
that
not
wasn't
bad.
that bad. That one's probably the safer one.
Yeah,
All right.
but I know and I'm like, they ordered White Castle, and they said, yeah.
That's crazy. Damn.
So here's the thing.
That's a stank wedding.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I tell everybody.
Murder burgers. Oh man.
Oh, hold on. Mimi said something here. She said no one knew Ben and I were married, so we told everyone at the baby shower.
Oh,
That's funny.
that is. Wait a minute. No one knew you and your husband were married until the baby shower. That is hilarious.
Oh yeah. So
Surprise.
so I have a friend. His name is Mike. He lives in Florida.
Mhm.
Another childhood friend. He used to hang out with the guys from Patterson as well. So we talk maybe like once a month or anything like that.
Mhm.
And for years we talk like that. And then he comes up here, or whatever. Or if I go down to Florida, I see him. About 8 months ago, me and him were talking. I'm like, oh, who's that in the background? He goes, it's my wife. I'm like, your wife? When did you get married? He goes, about 2 years ago.
Oh, I think I remember you
I'm
telling
like-
me about this one. You was like, wait a second.
Dude, we talk all the time. He goes, I forgot.
Never came up.
Never came up.
I mean, honestly, you never asked, Frankie.
So, but nobody even like, when he told me is when everybody else found out.
Wow.
Because he was like, oh, can you let these guys know?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's your family.
Can you get the word out? I didn't tell.
Can you tell my brother? I'm like, what?
I don't think I told anyone. Oh man.
So Mimi said she got married that morning. I guess the morning of the baby shower. Oh, well, good. Congratulations.
Good stuff.
Oh man, I'm done.
Yeah. I only got one more thing I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
Because a recent article came out about the dispute, because now it's a new year, and a lot of companies are now sort of clamping down on the hybrid work arrangement. And, this is also the time of bonuses and raises and so forth and promotions. So an article came out recently that a lot of companies, they did a survey on a lot of different companies, and they said remote workers are less likely to be promoted, have raises, or get assigned to specialized tasks because of them being remote. So the question comes up, do you think it's fair that remote workers who are doing quite similar work to the people who are going into the office on a hybrid basis should be paid and treated differently than those who are working from home versus going in? So what are your initial thoughts on that?
All right, so I for the company that I work for, I have hybrid workers.
Okay.
Okay, so I will say that I don't agree with that because I treat everybody like if they sit in front of me.
Got you. Whether you're remote or you're coming in the office, you're going to be treated the same.
It doesn't make I don't care where you are in the country. Every single person that reports to me one way or another has projects that are due.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Nobody has the same project. I treat them all as like we sat at the same table. The world has shown corporations that they've made more money with people actually working from home,
and people stay with their company longer.
And they stay with because they don't have to do the commute.
Yeah.
They don't have to do all this other stuff. So you're getting more out of your employees. So say for instance on a 40-hour work week, right? I'm gonna say out of the 40 hours, you're lucky to get 32.
Yes.
Full.
Yes, because people are spending that hours commuting to the office. And,
well, not only that,
or
but
trying to beat the commute, weather elements.
We'll say they're in the office. Okay, we'll say they're in the office to get their 40 hours. But now they're talking more to their coworkers because all this. They're going to lunch. They're walking from point A to point B to go to meetings and all this and all that. So you take all that stuff out, okay, you're losing
time and productivity.
When somebody works from home, guess what? They get up, they go above and beyond. They log in earlier.
Yep.
Okay, they're on there. They're communicating with everybody. We have you have your Teams chat, and then all the meetings are done on time. We don't have to wait for anybody. And the companies have seen that their market value has not decreased. So I think that a hybrid is the way to go if you want to do something. Like if it's 100% remote, the manager has to keep an extra eye on the people that are fully remote.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't change their salary based on it because I think that if they're putting in the work, they deserve it.
So I agree. I want to say with 95% of everything you just said. I agree with 95%, and most everything you said was perfectly articulated. So well done there, Frankie.
No, thank you. Ro disagrees though.
I know, and she's probably disagreeing with my 5%. So my 5% is, if your company is mandating people to come in, there are costs associated with people having to make that commute into the office. So I would say, I do think that the people who are coming in and are having that, helping with the culture of the company, because part of going in and having those interactions with your coworkers and having those in-house meetings with each other and so forth, it kind of helps with the overall culture of the company, the synergy that you have, the creative building and all that stuff. There are some perks to going into the office. And if your company is mandating people to come in and it's costing those individuals obviously funds to make the commute to get there, whether you're commuting through train, whatever, gas, you're still paying to be in that office. I do think that it should be looked upon for those individuals to receive a little bit more compensation.
Okay.
Not because I've seen it with people who are remote and they're completely detached. They're not even in New Jersey or they're different areas. One, they are not. I agree with you that they get on earlier, but they sometimes log off sooner because they go to tend to other things at their house because their schedule's a little bit more flexible, and I've seen that happen.
Right.
And not everybody works hard remotely. There's some people who are great at working from home. I have one guy, he's a developer. I could call him almost any time of day, and he is on, like, all the time. There's my other remote people. I try to reach out to them, and they're in Narnia for most of the day, and they treat me like I'm a voicemail. I send them emails, and they get to me when they get to me. So that part. But other than that, I agree with 95% of what you said.
So Rose said it depends on the department. That I do agree.
I agree.
So I will say if I'm going to pick departments, I'm going to pick up departments.
Okay,
It also depends on the field.
And it depends on the job too. Yeah.
Right.
Too. Yeah. You're
so, like, if you're in finance,
Mm-hmm.
I think you should be in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot to that, especially for like with the companies that you work for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you don't want to be doing that's transmitting over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I get that part. No problem. If you're in production, you have to be in the office.
You have to be in it. Yeah.
You have to be. But if you're in DevOps,
Yeah. If you're solely IT, I got people that I work with in Poland and Pune, India, and all these other areas that they can be remote forever because they're there, but they got to be good. They have to be on point.
I do have a criteria for all my calls. Like for my meetings, my entire team has to be live on camera.
I like that. Yeah.
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 There's not a call. I like being able to see my team.
Yeah.
So there's always a communication there. And there are times that they're like, do I really have to turn the camera on? I said, yeah.
You just spawned a question in my head that I'm going to ask you because you're a manager. Do you think it's important for a manager to be liked?
I think it's important that a manager is respected for the work that he does. I can't say the yes about being liked because you'll never find out the truth about whether somebody really likes you.
Y'all don't do manager reviews?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. No, what I mean, like, with the employees get to write a review about the man.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, mine's so far been good. So.
Okay, all right, that's good.
But see, I'm
You're
a
exceptional.
realist.
You're exceptional.
I'm a realist. I don't put my guys into a position that I won't put myself in.
Yeah.
So like the example. Like
You're a very hands-on kind of guy. Yeah.
Like today's we're off for Martin Luther King. Well, some of the guys are working. I'm working with them. I'm there for them all the time.
Yeah.
So I give to them so I can get the respect. I'm thankful that so far they see it, they appreciate it. So whenever I need something, they give back.
Got it. I agree. I like that, and I'm on the same mindset. I think as a manager, I do think it's important to be liked because I think when you are liked, you have employees that will go the extra mile for you because they like you, because they know that you're a fair person, because they know it's beyond just the work. They're like, I like this person as a person, and if they ask me of something because I like them, I have more incentive to want to do more for them.
Yeah. And how do you know that somebody likes you?
I know when they like me if, like, they go beyond the call of duty.
Yeah.
Like, when they go beyond the call of duty, that's when I know I'm doing a really good job because I have different people. Like, I have developers in Pune, and when they're doing work for me, their time zone is totally different than ours.
Right.
Like, 12 o'clock for us is like 10 o'clock for them.
Right.
Like 10 or 11 o'clock for them. So when I'm going through something and I have something critical and I need my developer from Pune to come on and they jump on, I know they're not just doing that because it's the job. They're doing it because they're like, I like Rashawn. I know he needs this. He would not call me if he didn't need this. I'm going to get this done for him. Because he knows that they do that for me, we have a kudos system.
Right.
Where you can reward people.
Oh yeah.
And acknowledge people for, people doing those kind of things and those kind of
Yeah,
feats.
we have, it's called like, I forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
Company. Yeah,
but most companies do. But I give them that recognition and I make sure everybody knows about it. So I'm that guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, but nah, good show, man. Nah, I wanted to get that to you.
So here's one of the things I always tell my guys. I actually told them the last meeting we had. It's a new year.
Yeah.
I know everybody has PTO time. You need to take your time.
Yep.
If you need to start looking at the calendar and schedule it. I don't want anybody to lose any time. So I really want you guys to look at the calendar and at least, because they can carry over like X amount of days.
Yeah.
See where you can, because obviously because of the work that we do, we can't have
You're limited.
Yeah, we're limited.
Yeah.
So I limited it to 2, right? And I tell them, I said, but put your time in because then it's yours. I don't do it based off of seniority. It's like first come, first served. And then I respect the fact that when they're off, they're off. I leave them alone.
Yeah. I'm that guy too.
I won't.
I'm not bothering you.
I'm not bothering you. So one time last year, one of the guys calls. He goes, "Yeah, you sent me an email. You're off.
Yep.
Do not answer my email.
Do not respond.
And he's like,
wait till you come back.
But he's like, but I'm like, no, bye.
Yeah, get off. If I see, you know how, because you can see their status. If I see that junk turn green on their day off, I'm gonna have words. I'm gonna have words.
No, you're supposed to
get
be
off right now.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah.
I just think I think that you get more by being a human being with them than,
Absolutely.
than anything else.
And I know a lot of people struggle with disconnecting.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing. Like me, I got to log on as soon as I leave here.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. But solid show, man. I think we crushed it. We crushed the buildings on our day one back, our episode 1, 2024.
Oh, yeah. I had a little hiccup in the beginning.
Yeah, we had a little hiccup. Just speed through
But nothing new.
that. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up with some food for thought, Frankie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget, you said you had a good one today. You had a juicy one.
Oh, I got a good one. Hold on.
All right, our first message of 2024. Our little gem for the peoples out there.
Ooh.
All right, go ahead. Let me build the suspense. Like long pause before you start talking. Here we go.
You don't have to stop caring for someone to let them go. Care more for yourself than you do others.
Hold on. Well done. Oh man, dude, I think ours is very, very similar. Our wavelength is very similar with the food for thought. So mine, long dramatic pause before I do mine. Nothing hurts more than your favorite person turning into a life lesson. But when you choose peace, it comes with a lot of goodbyes. Yo, we are so ridiculous.
We're slow.
Oh man, we really hope that you guys enjoyed the show. We definitely appreciate you guys always for rocking with us. Shout out to everybody who was in the chat today. Shout out to Glenn Bronner. You came in a little later. We didn't see you till now, so good afternoon to you, brother. Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Ro. Shout out to Mimi and all of our other participants who participated in the chat. Some of you we might have missed. We probably didn't see you guys, but we always appreciate you guys at least supporting the show and keeping us going. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please continue to spread the word about the show. Shout out to the new listeners. If you stepped in here and enjoyed the show, please go back in time and go through the archives. We have over 60 plus episodes. We've been doing this for quite some time. This is the year. We're hoping things really take off this year. Otherwise, we might have to sunset. But we really hope things keep popping. Again, we appreciate everybody's support. We love you guys. We give you these lessons so that you can achieve your blessings. Peace, love, and a bottle of hair grease. DJ Fire, take us home.
Listen up. Life lessons with idiots. Till next time. Goodbye. Peace.
All right, I got to get the wireless mic off of me. How I'm going to do this without beating up the mic and destroying everyone's ears as we're trying to log on. Oh, God. Look at this. This is sound. In my ear, I can hear it. It sounds like a complete mess.
Just drop.
All right, I'm dropping. Oh, God. Everybody, I hope everybody who's on right now, just log off. Just log off. This is a mess. Just go ahead and shut it down. Shut it down, guys. Not too bad. A good trial run.
Yeah.
We fumbled in the beginning. We look like the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that was so good, man.
By the way, your Bucks.
Yep.
Y'all play tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight, 8 o'clock.
Shout out to my Falcons once again. Another crappy year. Fired a head coach at 12:01.
Yeah. But you know that
Don't even mention Bill Belichick.
Yeah, this might be my last year.
Why?
As a Tampa Bay fan.
Why?
Because if he goes to Tampa,
he's not going to Tampa.
He's going to Atlanta.
He's going to go to Atlanta, and I'm going to get Russell Wilson. He's going to bring us halfway to the Super Bowl, and then my team's going to fall apart. He's going to give you just enough hope just for you to hate your life.
You gotta love it.
I can't. Well, my freaking Falcons dysfunctional.